Mr. Ahmad Shahid, the United Nations Special Rapporteur for Human Rights in Iran, have published his fourth report. This report accuses the Iranian officials for systematically violating human rights in Iran. Mr. Ahmad Shahid states that in 2012, a minimum of 487 people have been hanged in Iran. Since early February 2013, 18 people have been arrested in one of the two prisons, Rajai Shahr of Karaj and Ghazal Hisar, on charges of being religious activists. These prisoners have now gone on to hunger strike in order to protest, asking to review their cases and justice for 6 prisoners who have been transferred to Ghazal Hisar prison and sentenced to death by hanging. In the past week, the Afghani government has requested the Iranian government not to proceed with the execution of the Afghans that have been currently sentenced to death in Iran. Mohammad Sharifi, the nursing home secretary, criticized the distribution of funds in the health field and said, when it comes to working, nurses are like angels that save lives and must carry on working. But when it comes to budget from the Ministry of Health, nurses are forgotten. The mother of Sattar Beheshti, who died 4 months ago in prison, stated, I announce that if my requests are not taken care of, I will kill myself in the court. She further denied any financial aid from the government and stated, so far we have not even received 1 rial and will never request for any money because money cannot replace my son's blood. At the end, she clarified, I am only asking for justice and nothing else. On Thursday, the 7th of March, the International Human Rights Watch requested a clear criminal investigation into the death of Sattar Beheshti and added that the Iranian officials must put an end to the harassment of Beheshti family. Nadime Houri, Deputy Director of Middle East for the Human Rights Watch, stated that it seems though as they want to hide the reason behind the death of Sattar Beheshti. Amir Mirzai Hekmati, a former gunkeeper in the US Army, has been accused of spying for the US and is now being held in prison in Iran. His family has sent a letter to Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, the leader of the Islamic Republic of Iran, demanding his release.
On the 7th of March, the Bahá'í people in the city of Bandar Turkaman suffered a major tragedy when more than 9 of their shops were shut down due to the owners being followers of the Bahá'í faith. This was despite the fact that the Bahá'í people have paid taxes to the government of Iran. Many governmental authorities have been contacted regarding the issue, but no valid reasons have been given for this unacceptable action. Another incident occurred last week in the city of Tehran, where undercover police arrested 2 Christian people by the names of Shahrezadeh and Sam for using their homes within which to pray and promote Christianity. On Friday the 1st of March, Mr. Panis Fazal Ali, a student of industrial engineering in the University of Science and Technology based in Tehran, was first bullied and harassed and then expelled from the university. The reason for his expulsion was due to his religious beliefs. On the 4th of March, the intelligence forces of the county of Kurdistan in Iran summoned a Sunni scholar by the name of Hashem Hussein Panahi to the headquarters of the Information Center for interrogation. On Saturday the 2nd of March, a Sunni cleric named Osman Aj, who was an imam of the Friday prayers in the village of Gordabon, was arrested by the intelligence forces. During the night of the 1st and 2nd of February 2013, the Mar Shar intelligence forces arrested 8 young Arab citizens in the cities of Mar Shar and Chamran without any judicial authorization. They were transferred to unknown locations. A follower of the Sunni tradition, Mr. Asma Cheshme Kabudi from Sanandaj city, who was doing a PhD in pure mathematics at the University of Kurdistan, was expelled from the university by order of the Intelligence Office in the city of Sanandaj. 4 Baha'i students, named Sina Fanaian, Armin Alaverdi, Ramin Amiri, and Yunus Khaniani, have been expelled from their classroom by the Semnan intelligence agents. They have been transferred to the headquarters of the intelligence office.
On Tuesday, the 5th of March, Sayyid Zia Nawabi, a student jailed in the central prison of Ahvaz, was transferred to an unknown location by the security agents. The friends of Mr. Zia Nawabi believe that this was due to the letter he wrote about the possible execution of Ali Amouri, an activist from Khuzestan who is sentenced to death. On the 6th of February, according to reports, the University of Ayatollah Movahedi Savaji was suddenly, without giving any reason, shut down. The main gate of the university was sealed with a welding machine, whilst all the personnel, including students, remained inside of the establishment. On the 7th of March, the control guards of Payam-e-Noor University displayed a number of posters throughout the university demanding all students, male or female, to comply with the Islamic hijab, whereby forbidden any short-sleeved shirts or tight-fitting clothes. Habibullah Muhaqiq, the secretary of the House of Laborers organization in Samnan, announced that 150 workers of the wire cable factory of Shaheen have not been paid since May 2012. In the past week, more than 100 contractors from the Departments of Road and Urban Development in Kuhe-Guliye and Buyar Ahmad State protested for the second time this month for not being paid their wages. On Monday, the 4th of March, 100 employees of Awang firm in city of Arak gathered in front of the factory to protest and announce their objection to the closure of the unit. On Sunday, the 3rd of March, hundreds of workers in the metal industry protested against the government's negligent and poor management and demanded their unpaid wages. On Wednesday, the 6th of March, 25 workers from the waste management in Tehran gathered in front of the waste management headquarters for the second time in the past 2 weeks due to their unpaid wages. On Monday, the 4th of March, workers from the transport industry gathered in front of the Ministry of Labor following the complaint letter of more than 2,000 transport workers and their demand for increased wages. On Thursday, the 7th of March, 5 members of the coordinating committee to help form an independent labor organization have been arrested in city of Sanandaj in the west of Iran.
The Iranian government has confiscated the passports of the following people: Kambozia Partoi, an actor and film assistant, and Mariam Moghadam, the lead actress in the Iranian film Curtains and director of the film Jafar Panahi, preventing them both from being able to attend various ceremonies outside of Iran to promote the movie. Mohammad Javad Ro, who is head of the political newspaper Mehr Nameh, was arrested on Sunday the 3rd of March in his house for having contact with other media in Iran who are against the Iranian government. On Monday the 4th of March, Mr. Amir Hassan Cheheltan, a 56-year-old writer, announced that it has been 7 years since he has had permission to publish his books. He has also been prevented from republishing any books for the past 2 years. On Wednesday the 6th of March, Amir Mousavi Kazemi, secretary of the political department of the newspaper Maghreb, stated that officers from the prosecutor had gone to the office of the Maghreb newspaper and arrested Mohammed Mehdi Emami Nazeri and Ali Reza Aghai Rad. The reason given for their arrest was for publishing the headline, "Behavior of a human being is much more important than his position in society." In continuation with suppressing the Iranian reformist publications and journalists, 3 newspapers called Weekly News Asaman and Monthly News Tajrobe and Mehrnameh were shut down without being given any reason. On Thursday, the 7th of March, secret agents from the city of Mahabad arrested Khosrow Kordpur, who is the manager of a news agency called Makriyan. His home was also searched.
In the past week, 250 Iranian women have signed a short, concise text stating that the encounter between Mir Hossein Mousavi and Zahra Rahnavard's daughters by the Iranian regime is illegal, immoral, and non-religious. Those who have signed this text were a range of women, including women rights activists, human rights activists, political activists, families of the political prisoners, and those who lost their family members during the war of Iran and Iraq. Shiva Nazar Ahari, a human rights prisoner and a member of Human Rights Journalists organization, has been selected by the Reporters Without Borders as a candidate to commemorate World Day Against Cyber Censorship, which takes place on 12th of March. On Tuesday, 5th of March, approximately 40 women from the city of Mashhad, who are the relatives of the individuals sentenced to execution in Vakilabad prison, gathered in front of the Islamic Parliament in a protest to prevent the execution of their relatives. Negar Hayeri, the daughter of a political prisoner, Mashallah Hayeri, was summoned to Branch 26 of the Revolutionary Court, under the presidency of Judge Pur Abbas, for giving legal advice to the families of political prisoners. On Friday, the 1st of March, another prisoner in the city of Sari, in north of Iran, who was accused of drug smuggling, has been executed by hanging. On Saturday, the 2nd of March, 2 prisoners who have been accused of murder were executed by hanging in the Turkmenchai, in area of Miane city. Masume Dehkhan, the wife of a political prisoner, Abdul Fateh Soltani, could be sentenced to 1 more imprisonment at any point within the next 5 years. She also has a 5 years ban from leaving the country. It has been said that the reason for issuing this decree is that the Judiciary Court aims to put more pressure on Abdul Fateh Soltani and forces his wife to keep silent about his prison case. On Thursday, the 7th of March, 4 members of coordinating committee to help form an independent labour organization were arrested in the city of Sarandaj in west of Iran. The names are Wafa Qadari, Sayyid Khaled Hosseini, Behzad Farajullahi, and Hamed. It is said that the security forces had previously called Wafa Qadari and threatened to arrest him if he were to hold any event on 8th of March for the International Women's Day.
According to reports, Hushang Rezai, a political prisoner sentenced to death in Rajai Shah prison, was transferred to an unknown location. the prisoner was convicted to death on charges of collaboration with the Kamala Party. In the past week, 3 political prisoners in Rajai Shah prison in the city of Karaj, who requested to visit their relatives in Evin prison, have been refused. The reason given for their refusal is that they did not wear prison uniform. Kaveh Taheri, a blogger who was arrested in October 2012, after 5 months of detention, has not been given any reason why he is being kept in Adal Abad prison. On Sunday the 3rd of March, the Ministry of Education suspended Shokrola Ghahramani from teaching for 3 months. Ghahramani is a civil rights activist and teacher in an elementary school in the city of Khoda Afarin, East Azerbaijan. The family of Saleh Kohandel, a political prisoner in Rajai Shah prison in Karaj, have requested for his daughter, Pariya, to visit him in prison. This request has been declined by Khoda Bakshi, who is the representative of the Prosecutor General. According to reports, Asadollah Hadi, a political prisoner who is being held in Ward 350 of Evin prison, is suffering from a new disease in his digestive system. Hadi, who has multiple physical illnesses, cannot tolerate being in prison and needs urgent medical treatment. Mr. Sultani Tahmasabi, a lawyer in prison because of his beliefs, spoke out in court recently, saying, "Why doesn't the court give a break to prisoners instead of charging such a large amount of bail which is unaffordable to them?" On Monday the 4th of March, during their visiting hours, the families of prisoners of Section 350 of Evin prison were witnesses to heated arguments between prison guards and the family of Hassan Asadi Zaid Abadi, an imprisoned student activist. The arguments led to a clash between his family and the prison guards, and during the struggle his wife was threatened that she would be thrown out of the building. On Monday the 4th of March, the 67-year-old prisoner, Mr. Abul Fazal Ghayani, who's been kept in intolerable conditions with little food, was moved to the intensive care unit of Pars Hospital. His wife, Mrs. Marzia Raimi, stated that her husband's health deteriorated because of the poor conditions in Gezel Hesar prison. She also said her husband has a heart condition and the poor nutrition and hygiene in the prison are to blame for his current state. The latest news from Karun prison in Ahwaz suggests that conditions in the prison are deteriorating and the government, which is already aware of the conditions, is refusing to do anything to improve the situation.